But first, from checking in with your kids to sticking up for them. We're going to watch that clip again. On Classic Corrie on ITV3 yesterday, Elieen, our Sue, of course, was not happy with Gail after she found out that Eileen's son, Jason, had done the dirty with Becky from Roy's Rolls behind his wife, Gail's daughter, Sarah's back.
If you tell Sarah any chance of them finding happiness is over, is that really what you want?
I'm protecting my daughter. She needs to know what a precious husband's done.
Who voted you Miss Moral High Ground 2008?
Moral? You don't know the meaning of the word.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's not just Jason, is it? Comings and goings in that house is like a flaming bordello. Do you know, I wonder you don't get a Red Bull for the whole life.
You judgmental little...
ladies!
Just let me get one hit, sir!
Oh,
Come on.
You think I'm scared of you?
Well, you flaming should be! Ooh.
Do you know what? I love a bit of Classic Corrie.
I remember that, because that wasn't planned, and they all looked at me like...
What, the plant pot
to the
bit?
flowers.
Now, would you stick up for your son, even though he'd clearly done something wrong? Would you stick up with him so publicly, despite the fact it was wrong?
I think it's a mother's job to stand up for their son in public. When behind closed doors, that's a different matter.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think I would, you know, I would comment on his behaviour to him and sort of say, you know, that, but I might, you know, in public, I probably wouldn't discuss it. I probably would keep it quite private, I think. I mean, I mean, there has been times in my life, I do remember once Elliot at school got told off for doing something, which there was a bully at school and Elliot dealt with him and he got sent home for the day and it was all very serious. As soon as we got out into the car, I went, well done. Where should we go? It's probably not right, but I mean, I think mothers do. But no, I would always support my son. I can obviously not like his behaviour, but I'll never stop loving him.
No,
but I would comment, you know, we would have words about
Yeah,
this,
but I don't
absolutely.
think telling someone off publicly necessarily means you don't love them, because you know, if you fundamentally disagree with something that they've done, would you lie about it in public and say you're fine with it?
No, I wouldn't. And sometimes it can be really, you know, it can be really hard to own up or to show that you're not supporting your loved one. It depends on what they've done. Exactly. With something like that scene, for example, I don't think I would be able to stand up for my children if you've cheated on something. Sorry, you've done wrong, and I'd be outwardly apologising to that other family.
To be fair to her son, I think she was absolutely furious, but that's her nemesis, isn't it?
Yeah.
So she's not going to give her anything. Don't give anyone else any ammunition. That's what.
But sometimes you can show, you know, a better side of yourself as a person to be agreeable with not going for the badness. But if it's something like, you know, I see that my child's spoken to somebody disrespectfully, then I will probably.
But also because surely in some way it's seen as a reflection on you.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
So if your child has, I don't know, had an affair with somebody, there is I imagine as a parent, you'd sort of feel, oh my God, what did I do?
Yeah.
You don't want people thinking that you're the reason why your child is like a cheating toe rag.
I think it's very different. I think when you get into the teens or when you're 15, 16, it is not up to me to apologise for your actions. That is up to you. I would encourage you to do that. But I don't feel that I have to apologise.
I grew up in a house where my mother said I was a complete moral embarrassment to her because I called off my first wedding, and it's only many decades later I found out that she was married to someone else when she met my dad, had an affair with him and had me. So she had even less morals than I had. But, you know, talking about this storyline, in The Archers at the moment, Brian Aldridge, who's the senior cast member, very upper middle class, very, you know, abides by the law and blah, blah, blah. There was an astonishing episode recently where George, one of the younger cast members, a bit rough and ready, just out of jail, on New Year's Eve got hit over the head with a bottle, and it turns out that Brian is going to carry the rap for his son Rory.
Yep.
Rory, the posh kid, did it, But Brian, it doesn't want
So
anyone
basically,
to know.
would you
Yeah.
go down for something
I
that your
wouldn't do
child
that.
actually did?
I wouldn't be doing
No?
that because I think you've got to show your child has to learn responsibility at some
Yeah.
point
Yeah,
in time.
I thought it was astonishing that Brian actually says in the script, "I'm older, I'll take the jail sentence for you."
You're younger.
Yeah, it's
Get out
not-
I think
sooner.
our
That's where
job
I
is
look at it.
to guide, not to defend.
No,
In a
definitely.
sense. So.
Well, you can see all the fallout in that classic Coronation Street episode on ITV3 and ITVX this afternoon at 4:40. I will be tuning in soon.
Oh, thanks,
Don't you
love.
worry.